So many steps.
You guys should go color.
Dude, we should all go color. Coloring would be fun. We should just stop streaming and color. Just get some crayons.
Okay, you got quiet. What'd you do?
Did I get quiet?
Yeah.
How quiet? I didn't do anything. What did you do?
Okay, because like I don't hear you. You're like whispering.
I'm not though. Try unplugging your headphones and plugging them back in.
Say something.
Words. Words are things that I say to test mics, and or could you say something over and over? Somebody's already like, got any new updates? No.
Okay, that's good. Good. It's working now.
Okay.
So that's the trick. Just unplug and plug if it
I
happens.
guess. I don't know.
It worked. It worked because now you're really clear.
There's a baby walking around. That baby has on no pants.
Oh, God. Wait, I told you to put pants on her. We're potty training. Keep her on that side. She should be leaving soon anyway. Mom's in the shower.
Much like me, the baby has on no pants.
Please don't stand up.
Fun times. So, you drugged me here a week early. It's your fault. It's your fault that we're a week early. It's totally not that I just screwed up. It's your fault to talk about Roanoke.
My fault. How's it my fault?
Yeah, because I don't know.
Okay.
Because it is. It is
Take the
today.
blame.
Today is your fault.
No.
It's my fault. I'm an idiot.
It is, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Is it, did I really have it set for next week?
You do. You did.
Oh.
And I didn't even notice it until like 10 minutes ago. I went to the page and looked.
When we were planning, we've always planned for this week, right?
It was between this week and next week.
Oh.
I have to go back and look at the messages now to see what we actually decided. Oh, I don't want to play.
No, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I screwed up.
You see it?
November 26th. Oh, well. Who cares? The secret, that's the secret, is time management.
That's the secret. Who's got that?
Rachel Malley says it's the pants off, dance off theme.
I don't even have comments up.
All right. The first few minutes is always set up anyway, so just do whatever you want.
Right. She will be leaving soon, I promise.
No, it's fine. It's the coolest baby ever.
I know, she came up here to say hi to Uncle George before.
So I dropped my 3 bombs in the 3 different Facebook groups, and I don't think people understood the main group.
So explain.
There's going to be a meetup with John in Cleveland next
I saw
year.
that.
It's not just like him explaining the Cleveland puzzle. It's just a meetup with John. Like, there's no... It's like all other meetups. There's no, like, super huge format. But there's going to be something pretty cool that happens during it, I think.
Such a tease.
Huh? Yeah, I am. Well, it's not... Especially this time, it's not like I'm trying to be a tease. It's like, there's this thing that I'm 90% sure that's going to happen, but until I'm 100% sure, I don't want to say.
Yeah.
It's just like the cruise when I'm like, it'll be special guests. And everybody's like, who will it be? And I'm like, I don't know yet. So, yeah. But I always said, like, these meetups are weird because, like, the past, like, 4 of them, I've always been like, it's going to be the last one. And then something happens. It's like, we did the New York one, and I was like, I can't do any better than Ben and Andy. And then I got the painting, and I was like, shit, I got to do the painting. I can't do anything than a painting. And then it was like, there's a cruise. Like, oh, fuck. I can't, or no, it was Jason Krupat in Boston, and I was like, I can't do anything better than Jason Krupat, and it was a cruise, and God damn it, like I can't do anything better than a cruise, and then John's like, we should have a meetup. Like Jesus. and then that's it. So I can't do anything better than John unless Byron raises himself from the dead. That is the last. That is the last one.
Oh, you want to say hi? You say hi, Uncle George.
Hi.
Okay. Oh, you want to listen?
Hi. Hello.
Say hi. She's confused. She's like, "What's happening?"
She's like, "I don't want to say hi to that man."
Do you want to wear it?
Hi. Do we sing songs? Can we sing songs? No? You're just wondering where the voice is coming from? It's not the nicest voice in the world.
You got a smile out of her.
Yay. No. I want to hear George now.
Say bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, that was so sweet.
Okay, go play. Go find Opa. He's hiding somewhere.
We gotta get like a baby to hang around and just say shit like bye. It was cute.
She's very cute. She melts my heart on a daily basis. Go find him. He's in the bedroom. She's a good kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do we want to start?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's an island.
Yes, there is.
Roanoke.
Okay,
this is your show. You wanted to talk about it.
I did because I was researching it for the puzzle.
Uh-huh.
And I got so into the research and so into the history that I was like, screw the secret. And went on my own and just started really getting into the history. And because it's only like an hour and change from us.
Yeah.
And
I'm assuming you've been.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been before and during and after, and it just, I don't know. All right, hang on. My computer's doing weird things. Yeah, so I got so into the history and so into the forums online with people who live there, the picture forums, the Facebook groups, and then I started buying books. I have books and books on the Outer Banks. I'm just so into it, into it. There's stuff happening here. Sorry.
She's having fun. I think I have one Roanoke book. I have a script for the Lost Colony play signed by is it Peter Green or Paul Green?
I don't know.
It's signed by him that Rachel found online.
Is it that exciting? Is there anything in there?
No.
Anything
just words. There aren't even any pictures. Like I can't deal with that. Books without pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read the play. I've never seen the play.
I haven't either. That's one thing I haven't done. I think the year we were going to do it, COVID happened. So.
Yeah.
I
went to Roanoke with Bradley once, and he was like, "I want to go see the play," and everybody else that was there was like, "None of us want to see the play." So I think he went and saw it. I can't remember. And the rest of us like went and ate crab or something. I don't know what we did.
So basically, what I was trying to do, and I sucked at it, so I stopped doing it, was recreating that area from like the early 1980s. And I have all this stuff, and I don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
That's one of my problems. I need somebody out there to help me with it. It's piles and piles of papers and pictures and things that I got online, things that I got from the History Center down there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted to do was make a map, like an interactive map of 1981. And with all of the papers that I got, but I don't know how to do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some kind of map of the Outer Banks where you could just click on key areas and have the information pop up.
I can do that.
Because if you look at it now compared to then, it's not the same place.
Yeah.
It's like 95% different. Like I don't even know why you would go boots on the ground there right now. It's nothing is the same.
Yeah. I can do that map. That's easy. Yeah.
Okay. Like I tried.
We used to have maps like that on 12 Treasures, but something happened. So like somebody was trying to either hack or scrape the site, and it started like there were so many hits on the site from them trying to scrape the site that Google was starting to charge me money to use their map API. So I took them down, and that saved me $100. But yeah, I could put it back and do that.
That would be cool. Because I think that the problem everybody has is they're looking at what's there now.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
Well, that's a problem like a lot of people have. And then they find pictures and then they assume that just because the pictures are shitty quality that they're from like the 70s or the 80s when they're not. They're from like 1994 or 2003 or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have great, my sinuses are gonna kick in now.
That's fine. I got one of these like oil diffusers because I thought, I don't know, it would help with like smelly stuff plus keep it a little more humid in here. And I put patchouli oil in it, and I didn't realize how strong that shit was. And now my entire room smells like a Grateful Dead concert. It's kind of weird.
Nice. Okay, so when we went to the historical center, we found, of course, I'm gonna have a frog now the whole time. And we found like this never-ending supply of stuff from the 70s and then the 90s. Like the 80s is like this dead spot.
Yeah.
And I asked the guy about that, and he's like, well, I guess, not much happened. I was like, dude, this is your job. Aren't you supposed to be telling me what happened? But I said, the one thing that I want more than anything is like a roadmap of the area. I want to see street names and things like that. And there's roads that existed before that don't exist now. And I think we need some of those roads.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, oddly enough, we don't have maps from that time. I'm like, well, that's not very helpful.
See, this is the problem that I ran into with that Micah Street shit. It's like, you have a park ranger telling you, yeah, Micah Street was right there. Now prove that. That's difficult.
Yeah, I want to see proof, hardcore proof. Are we brushing teeth? She's waving now. So I went and took, because he said we'll copy stuff for you, 10 cents a copy, or you could just take pictures for free with your phone. And I was like, fine, I'll take pictures. So I have hundreds and hundreds of pictures of things. Whether it's useful or not, I don't know. But I wanted to get it out there because, it's there.
Yeah.
I went and did the work. Let's share it. But it's the stuff that I have mostly, the pictures are so boring because there was nothing there. It was like fishing village and beach in Nags Head, and there was nothing big, there was like, what is there? A water tower, the, what do you call that thing? The thing, the big thing.
The lighthouse?
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. The lighthouse, yeah, the Watertown Lighthouse. Oh, and the monument.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that. The
the biggest thing there. Yeah. Those were the three big things. There wasn't really anything else. So it's like, what could they have done in this painting? Like the other ones have buildings and towers and, so I think they had to be really creative doing this.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no buildings. Okay, there might be the Wright brothers. I think people said that they think the horns are the monument, or the thing hanging from the bell is the monument, or whatever. But
and
so I think
in the verse,
I think that they had to be creative because there wasn't anything there, and I think that makes for more difficulty because we don't know what was there exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went through and I took pictures of all the brochures they gave me. There were menus, things just to prove what was where in that area. Because I think we break down in the middle of the verse because things are so different. Let me see.
Yeah.
And you know, I was a firm believer of the gate until the gift giver came and dropped that first clue, that first whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, maybe we're all going in the wrong direction if this is a message from somebody who knows something, you know? So that's why I started doing the research. That's what sent me down that path. And I came across quite a few things that led me away from the gate. And I was like, okay, so either I'm cracking up or I'm reading between the lines or whatever. And so I was like, let me share it with everybody and get their input back on it. Like the biggest thing for me was the immigration tie. Like I was like, it has to be over there by the gardens because it's near the first colony, that whole thing. It's got to be that because what else would it be, you know? But then the more I look at the painting and the more I get to know the area, and I mean, anybody who's been to Roanoke Island, you blink and you're through the island. It's so tiny. There's nothing there, you know? And it would be convenient if it was there, but it's such a small area, it doesn't match the other puzzles, you know? And yeah, okay, this one might be different, but I don't know. The more I think about it being in the Elizabethan Gardens, I don't think it is. I'm one of those people. I'm defecting.
Rachel O'Malley would like us to remind her what the gift giver said about it. You're talking about the Whirling Dervishes post, right?
Yes.
Like the, God, I can't remember what it said.
Eskimos and butterflies. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.
I can't remember what it said. It was something about whirling dervishes and spinning.
It was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We can post it again or something or tag it. Love you. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Where'd it go? Where? Okay, thanks. So yeah, that post there, all you got to do really is go to the search engine in the group and type gift giver and it should pop up.
Yeah, they've only made like 2 posts.
Right.
It's one of those.
And the thing that bummed me out though is when the gift giver was there, the account was then taken down and then put back up at some point. You remember that?
I think the account was deleted and then came back.
Yeah. So when that happened, the picture that used to be at the banner changed. It's not as clear as the first one was.
Oh.
The first one was like a beautiful, clear, crisp picture, and the second one not so much. But I saved it to my computer, so I'm happy for that. But if I ever lose that file, I need to make copies or something.
Of the gift giver's profile banner?
Yeah. It was the painting. It was like clear, crystal clear. No? You didn't know that?
I didn't pay attention.
Okay. I did. I clicked on everything on that page, being nosy, trying to figure it out.
Was it the Roanoke painting?
Yeah. Our guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I wonder how he got a really clear photo of that painting.
I don't know. But it's not so clear anymore. But the reason I liked it is because it doesn't have those white margins on the side. You can see. And I think on the left-hand side here, to the left of Bubble Boy, I think that's important.
Yeah.
I think so. Because to me, it looks like there's a number 37 there.
Well, I remember, like, when we did that Roanoke thing with Alex a long time ago, I said that one time at a dinner, John said that there was something that was cut off of the Roanoke painting when it was printed in the book that was very important. And that's where, because Alex pointed out that at the bottom of the Roanoke painting, if you look at the like uncropped one that's on 12 Treasures, one of the tiles on the floor looks like a home plate, and that's one of the reasons he was at that baseball field.
Gotcha. There's a lot of stuff in that floor.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of letters, and I see numbers and a bunch of stuff. But so over on the side though, it to me looks like a number 37, and then there's a squiggly line under it, and then there's a cross on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, you know, that's got to be something with a church because it's a cross, and possibly something happened in 1937 with a church. And I just kind of buried that to the side. And then when I was doing all my crazy research on the Outer Banks, I came across a church. I don't remember what it was named back then. It's St. Andrew's by the Sea now. And it was moved in 1937 from one side of Nags Head to the other.
Hmm.
And I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if it means anything, but, you know, it fits. So what I wanted to do by recreating the whole area is to do every town. Is to go back and look at Kitty Hawk, because I know we have people who are Kitty Hawk fans. I did Nags Head already. That's the one that's done. And I started going into Kitty Hawk. I haven't finished yet. And then, of course, Roanoke Island. But I'm not feeling Roanoke Island. I know it's in the painting. And I know the verse says, you know,
this could be a fun conversation.
I know. That's why. And I mean, what does it say? The land near the window?
Yeah.
Not next to.
What are you talking about?
Because
near,
I'm
next to
people,
are the same things. There's
yes and no. If there's two lands there, one's near it and one's next to it. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people that next to Roanoke, over here, is the exact shape of Nags Head. Exact to a T, but it's backwards. And that's kind of near the window too.
Yeah, but which one is nearer?
It doesn't
like if
say
I were
the
to put two things by the window.
But why would this be backwards and shaded and inconspicuously there? And why would Roanoke be obvious? And they'd be next to each other.
Well, why would one be obvious and one not obvious? I don't know.
Yeah.
Why would the entire verse take you to an island and then make you turn around?
I don't think it takes you to the island. I don't think you ever leave. I don't think you're on the island at all. I think that's just an area identifier. I think it's just an identifier.
In the verse, you don't think it takes you to the island at all?
I don't think so. Like how do you make yourself start there?
Start where?
Exactly.
No. What are you asking? Like, how do I make myself start on the island? I don't start on the island.
So where do you start?
I start where the verse tells you to start, and then I do what the verse tells you to do. So you end up starting over.
Go ahead.
Not necessarily in that. Well, I mean, you end up starting at Wright Brothers, and then you go down the road and you do what the verse tells you to. You ride the Land of Oz. You go over the fucking bridge. You hang a right. You go to the Dark Fort. Like, it's pretty explicit. Like, unless you're trying to make it say something, it's like. It's very explicit directions to a place, and unless you're looking for it to tell you something different, like unless you're like, I'm starting out the verse being like, I want to end up in X area, it's pretty explicit. I'm not saying you're wrong by any stretch of shit. I just activated one of those things.
Glowy stick. I heard it. I heard it snap. So, but the thing is like you say, you can get yourself there. I can't. It's just so far and so long of a trip. And like the painting, the only thing for Roanoke Island for me in that would be would be the island and the medieval guy, I guess. Like what else on here would be Roanoke Island?
Well, so there's the island, there's P Island, and the gift giver posts.
That's not Roanoke Island. P Island.
Yes, it is. P Island is like the P Island Rescue Station. The P Island Rescuers, they were on Roanoke. They're like just down the road from the Elizabethan Gardens. But I say that, but like everything is just down the road from the Elizabethan Gardens, right? Yeah. Because that's where I stayed. I stayed at the P Island Rescue Station last time I was down there, and I took a photo of it, and I was like, holy shit, why hasn't anybody ever looked here? because it's like this big like wooden house with like these nautical flags and like a cross with. It's kind of crazy. And
Right.
that because that was like just after the was it the gift giver post about the pea, like the pea on the spoon, and like how nobody ever considered that or something, like I don't remember.
Right. I don't remember either.
But yeah. So I mean, there's Pea Island. I mean, there's a lot of stuff for Roanoke, but mainly like we're talking about the image, and I'm talking about the verse. Like if you take Chicago for instance, Chicago is a verse which you start out at a very specific spot, and then all along the way it gives you directions all along the way to like go down this road, and then once you get to this thing, make this turn, and then make this turn, and then Roanoke works the exact same way. Start at the Wright Brothers Monument. Let me pull up the fucking verse because it's been a while since I've looked at it. And I'm gonna get it out of order, and people are gonna yell at me. Yeah, so past two friends of Octave, that's pretty obvious, you know. In December, it just happened. What is it? Route 12? It just or Highway 12? It just happens to be on. If you pass two friends of Octave on Route 12 or whatever it is, you just happen to come up to the Bound Bridge, so you ride the Man of Oz to the land near the window. Like it tells you to go. Like if you're already at the Wright Brothers Monument, how are you going to go? And if you're already at the Wright Brothers Monument and Nags Head is near the window and it's telling you to go to the land near the window, how are you going to do it? You're already there. So it doesn't make any sense for him to be like, go there.
When you start at the monument, you're actually in Kitty Hawk. And then if you take Route 12 south, you end up in Nags Head.
But you have to ignore Ride the Man of Oz.
Well, there's a Baum Street right there.
Do you go on it?
Yeah. In my little world.
And your little world, you're just like, I'm just gonna
take
a little detour and ride down this road for no reason. And then I'm gonna get back on Route 12.
No, you go down 12, and then Baum Street kind of crosses through 12. And then you take Baum Street. That look you're giving me.
All right. So okay. So we go to the land near the window, which is
okay. I got this out
now.
So I can look at it.
And there's a road that leads to the dark forest.
Right.
Well, the dark forest is only in one place.
Okay, but everybody thinks that's where.
So historically, it's the entirety of Roanoke Island. Anything that was not the town that the English settled in, the little like the colony portion, anything else was the dark forest. Anything else on that island.
Writing? Where's that writing?
Where's it? Like at the park? I mean, it's written in history.
That's you're talking about the plaque.
Well, I mean, there is the plaque. Forest. There's the plaque at the Elizabeth.
Because that was the only thing that I could see that might be any kind of concrete proof, but
we don't think July and August is concrete proof.
I mean, I think that's just coincidental, really.
Really, that's a big coincidence.
I do. I know. I'm crazy.
No. It's fine. Crazy. It's fine.
I go against the grain totally.
No, it's totally fine. Like these conversations are fun. And then, like at the end of it, I'm gonna be mad and be like, "You can't come to my house anymore."
I've never been to your house.
But like in my worldview, we've spent half of the verse. Like once we get to July and August, we've spent half of the verse traveling. It's a long way, and it's like 12 miles or something.
Right.
But in your worldview, where have we ended?
Like well, I don't have an endpoint. That's my problem. That's why.
No, I mean in this portion of the verse.
Portion.
Yeah, we've passed Baum Road or whatever.
Okay. So dark forest. That's
which I need to look up. Let me look up. Is it still there? Like Baum Road? Okay.
The last I looked.
Is it in Nags Head?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to like.
That's
so
fine.
I type in Baum Road in Google Maps and it just Washington Baum Bridge.
It could be street, avenue, whatever.
Baum. Okay, let me just look. Baum Nags Head. I only get Washington Baum Bridge.
It's there, I promise.
Okay, let's just go to Washington Baum Bridge. look.
All right, let me use my phone.
You said it's a cross street?
Yeah.
Okay. How far up is it?
It's like right there after the monument.
Right after the monument. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To the monument. It's Jockey Ridge.
I'm looking too.
Wright Brothers. Ocean Bay, Carlton, Oregon, Meadowalk, St. Clair, Goddard. I see Wrightsville. Are we sure we're not talking about Wrights? Oh, yep. West Baum Street.
Yeah, that's it.
It goes to Jack Brown's Beer and Burger Joint.
Well, now it does. But then, back in the 80s, let's see.
Is there like a sign or something?
For what?
For Baum Street. There it sort of is. Yeah, there's a sign.
Okay. So that's about the area I think that cuts from Kitty Hawk to Nags Head. So that's the Ride the Man of Oz to the Land Near the Window, blah blah blah.
But we didn't ride him. We ran over him. So
no, we're not. We're gonna turn down there.
We're gonna turn down. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a road that leads to Dark Forest.
We're gonna go to Jack Brown's Beer and Burger Joint.
Sure, why not?
Nice.
Get a burger and a beer. So there's a road that leads to Dark Forest. I don't know the name of the road off my head. You all right?
That's fine. We got a couple hours. Is Richard just sitting there like laughing?
He's playing some kind of airplane game on his phone.
Oh.
He doesn't care. He's my chauffeur when we go down there. And I'm like, let's go do this.
Ask him, because you guys are coming down soon. Ask him if he would, because we're gonna plan dinner based on his desire. Ask him if he would rather have Italian or seafood.
Do you want Italian or seafood when we go down? Italian.
Oh, it's the man after my own heart. Okay.
It wasn't really a question, but I thought I'd ask him to be nice. He doesn't like seafood.
Oh, okay.
We lived in Italy for 4 years, so it's always Italian.
Oh, God, it's not going to be that good.
Oh, no, I know. Sadly.
Well, there's this place, like, we like to take people to one of two places. There's this place called Amici's, which is, I don't know if Rachel's already told you this.
Yeah, she told me Amici's.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so there's this road that leads to Dark Forest. In my mind, like a dark forest is a dark forest. You know, it's not, I mean, because I can't find anything in writing on a dark forest except for that plaque.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking visually dark. Roanoke Forest really wasn't, it was a young forest. I mean, those trees were there for a while, but they were low because of the ecology. Is that what it's called? Quit laughing. So the trees on the other side of Jockey's Ridge are ginormous, and they've always been there. And have you ever gone through that forest?
No.
Naghead's Woods Preserve, I think it's called. It's really creepy. It's very creepy. You should go there one day. It's like night driving through there in the day. It's really creepy. And there's lots of old cemeteries, which make it even creepier. And then there's the tale of the goat man.
The goat man?
The goat man. Yeah, some kids were messing with his goats. And I think the kids killed a goat and then he turned around and killed them or something. I don't know. Folklore.
I'm looking.
But anyway, it's just really creepy back there. You need to go see it.
Okay.
Wouldn't you say it's creepy?
Yeah.
He's like, huh? What?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Did you feel dark first over at Roanoke? He has no clue what we're talking about.
That's fine. He's normal.
He is. Well, to an extent. Huh?
That area where we go? That area where we go?
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was dark.
Yeah. It's dark as hell. But I mean, compared to Roanoke Island, we went walking around the theater and stuff. It didn't really feel dark. It was light and airy over there. I don't know.
Because it was cleared out state park or national park.
And it's been that way, I think.
Yeah, it's been national park there.
Well, not forever.
Well,
So, you know, the where white is in color and with two maps, that part there, I need old stuff back.
Yeah, because it's
need
gonna be
old
fighting
stuff
hard
back.
against.
Yeah, that, you know, I don't know.
Pretty explicit.
Yeah, but so if you go past my dark road, you don't take the road, you just go past it.
Yeah.
Because there's a road that leads there. That doesn't mean go take it.
Yeah.
It doesn't say to go take it. So I don't take it. And after Circle and Square, to me, there's a building that was there that's no longer there, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a big, huge round circle building.
Mm-hmm.
And attached to it is a big, huge square building. And I think that's our Circle and Square. It's right there in the main area. I'm trying to think of what mile marker. That's why I need my little interactive map. So I can put these little landmarks along the way.
We can set that up.
Okay. That would make me happy. Because, you know, like I said, I defected from the gardens based on the stuff that I've been finding. Whatever. So in July and August, I'm taking that to mean, well, it meant two things to me while I was doing this. In July and August, originally I was thinking those are summer months. And, you know, the Outer Banks really was only happening back then in the summer months. There was nothing going on in the winter other than people who live there and they didn't do anything. You know, there was nothing spectacular happening. So in the summer months, a path beckons to Micah and Driftwood. To me, I know people were looking for Micah Street and all that stuff, and there is a Driftwood Street, but that's over, I think, on the Atlantic Ocean side of Nags Head, so that...
It's over by the park, by was it Westcott Park?
Oh, yeah, there's one on that side, too. So there's a Driftwood on both sides, and there was a Micah over near the Jockey's Ridge area somewhere. But I don't think that's what that means. I don't think they're street names. I think it means, you know, Driftwood and Micah, like in the sense of Driftwood floating on the water kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Micah, that one was tough. But then when I did the research, Micah is also another word for fish guts, fish bladders. So
Really?
I was thinking, yeah. So I was kind of thinking that, you know, fish guts and Driftwood, that you're going to go somewhere where people are fishing kind of thing, you know? And so that took me over to the sound side of Nags Head, just below Jockey's Ridge. And it's probably 1.5 miles from beginning to end for me. Mm-hmm. But the end is hard because, like everything else, it's changed. And the area that I think it was near, kind of, sort of, it was taken out with Hurricane Isabel in 2000, early 2000s. I don't remember when that was. But there was a pier there that went out into the sound side. And you could see Roanoke Island from it. It was just across the water. But when you went out on the end of that, there was a big pavilion there. And you would be able to see the monument from there easily. But that whole section there, that area is still there. It's still a beach. It's still a park. But like I said, even the pylons are gone. So there's no way to know, you know, what was over there. But also backing up to the July and August, if we're using December to be a street for Route 12, over by Baum Street, or whatever it was, Road Avenue, July and August, there's a 7th Street and an 8th Street in that same area. But it's still, you know, no matter which way I take that, it still kind of leads me below Jockey's Ridge on the sound side. Because I don't know. Like, and so people are like, okay, you think that, so where's your immigration tie? Now, the problem I have with Roanoke Island is there's just so much English over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like England threw up on that island. Like,
Well, it did.
if
Very
you look,
literally.
yeah. I mean, if you look at the other puzzles, the immigration really isn't that big of a deal. It's just kind of grazed over. You know, it's not compared. There's no comparison.
Okay. I mean, you
Like,
could compare St. Augustine.
well, yeah. I mean, the found ones. I'm not talking about the ones that haven't been
No,
found.
yeah, I get it. Well, no, not Boston, because it was in the North End. It's the biggest Little Italy in America.
Yeah. I'm talking about, like, I don't know.
Cleveland being Greek at the Greek Cultural Gardens.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels so heavy on Roanoke Island.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah.
I mean, like every inch of Roanoke Island. Like, you can't go anywhere on that island and not know it.
Well, the island's small, though. You could, like, run around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you wanted to. If you
If
weren't me. You could probably run around it.
I could not. No, I could walk it, but I couldn't run it. No, I am not that fit.
The thing that gets me, like, I've got all of this random information in my head, right? And I remember,
right?
Was it one of the which Josh Gates episode thing was it that John said they were being solved in order, that they were the order that they were intended, and then the next one should be Roanoke, right? Or whatever he said, medieval scarecrow. And like, if that's the case, Chicago was super easy. Cleveland was super easy. Boston was slightly more complicated. This one shouldn't be much more complicated than Boston, right? And in this case, we have lines that, like, every single line up until a path, like after a path beckons, every single line has something very physical and very direct. If you're in the Fort Raleigh camp, right? Let me put that disclaimer. Every single line has something very distinct and direct and concrete for it.
And I see it. That's where I was, but.
And it's like, after you get past, once you get to Micah and Driftwood, it's like, what? I don't know. But with this puzzle, it seems to be sort of like, it's broad to get you to a spot, which seems to lead to the, like, only path in that park. And then it just sort of breaks down. And when it breaks down, I go back to what you were saying before. Like, it's been 40 years and shit gets changed. Like, if the entire island has changed, imagine how much that little area would have changed, right? And if you're looking in that little area, you're probably looking for signs that are no longer there, or benches or trees or what the fuck ever. I don't know, man. As much as, like, as many good ideas as people have had about Roanoke, and there's been a lot, I can't get past that overlook. I just can't do it. It seems to go straight there, and then you get lost.
I was there with you, man. I was there until the gift giver came along. The gift giver screwed my head up.
Yeah, it did that to a lot of people.
I'm like, I don't know to like it or hate it. I mean, it got me thinking outside of the box. It got me to learn, you know, an area not too far from my house, you know, the history and everything. I just fell in love with it. And just talking to everybody who used to live there, you know, and the things that they tell me that went on back in the early 80s and stuff, that really was not that big of a deal. I mean, the play was, but like the gardens and stuff, that was just kind of there. Like, nobody.
Well, I don't think it would be a big deal for anybody but tourists, but like.
Yeah, they said that wasn't even. It's on the list. It's on the list, but it was like on the bottom of the top 10.
But how big of a deal is the Greek Cultural Gardens?
Yeah, that's true.
Or Langone Park.
True.
I don't know.
True. But the same with this, you know, the same with the Soundside area that I was kind of landing in. That was not a big area.
Ryder's like right under my desk, and he's grunting and farting, and that's great.
Oh,
that's
my husband's over here grunting. He's grunting and farting. You're going to hear that. What was that noise? And this is why I have things on my Facebook feed about farting. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. It was cute.
Yeah. My fart followed me home or something like that. Some audiobook they're trying to give me for free.
So I've got Google Maps open.
Okay.
And we've already had our argument, so that was fun. Let's ignore everything that we think we know about this puzzle. And let's just go with your idea. And you're wanting to go essentially to a building that was a circle with a square attached, right? Do you remember where that was?
I do. Hang on. Let me. I was like, I'll just keep the stuff in the drawer right here. I have a very small desk now. I used to have a very big desk, and now I really don't have a desk.
Such weird names. There's like weird names for shit in Nags Head, like Stack 'em High, Pancakes, and so forth.
I know. What? Everything's ridiculous over there. Everything. Everything.
I think I went to Stack 'em High.
Well, keep talking while I'm looking.
You mean to talk about Stack 'em High, Pancakes, and so forth?
No. What did I want to? Oh, I wanted to ask you your thought. Like, when I was talking to the people of Nags Head, that's what they call themselves. I forget what they call themselves. But anyway, when I was talking to them, they said that the biggest area that drew in people was the Nags Head area because of the oh shit, that's on it. I
mean, I assume it'd be because of the beach.
Well, yeah, mainly the beach. But at night, like the night scene and stuff for people to do when you couldn't go to the beach, like when it rained and stuff like that.
Tourist traps?
Well, not really. I mean, the locals went there too. But it was the recreation center. I know people
kind of lame town where it's like the tourists come and they go to the rec center.
At night, there's nothing to do during the day, except eat out in these weird name places, because they were just as weird back then. The names.
Fun Dude's Kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see if this is it. Okay, so my notes from way back in the day. It's in between. Well, I don't know. You can't see mile markers on there, can you?
No, but I could find it.
I was going to say, because everything based in that area, even the brochures, it's all mile marker. It's not addresses. They don't use addresses there.
What mile marker is it?
Okay, so which one are we at?
The circle and square.
Circle and square. Galleon tools. So that was right around mile marker 11, which was also near Driftwood Street, which was at mile marker 10.
So mile marker 11 is what? Jockey's Ridge area.
Yeah.
Circle and square Masonic. There is nothing really Masonic about a circle. Just the square. I mean, there is. You'd have to dig really deep for that, though. And be very obscure.
Okay. Let's see. This out of the way. I'm going to try to send you a picture. Where is it? So, if I send you a picture, where am I sending it?
Compass makes a circle. But that's not the point. Oh, okay. I mean, I get what he's saying. I'm just reading comments. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't see the comments. I have too much crap on my screen.
And I'm looking up because somebody else said, do you guys realize Thomas Harriot is attributed to the first use of plus and minus symbols in mathematics? But I don't know that that's true either.
But if it was, what does that put us? If it is true.
Probably like the Harriet Trail.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Has it always been the Harriet Trail?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten into that. What is this stuff? I know we're just sitting here in silence.
Oh, I'm looking. The only thing that I can find is on Google where it says Robert Ricordet, the designer of the equal sign, introduced plus and minus to Britain in 1557. There be other two signs and often use of which the first is made thus plus and betoketh more. The other is thus made minus and betoketh less. Betoketh. I am proud that I pronounced that word. Thomas Harriot Street is on the way to Westcott Park.
All right, let's see. Okay, so I want to share this picture with you. Where do I send it?
Let me allow your screen sharing.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I think you can already. No, you can't. There you go.
Now where do I do it?
I think it's down at the bottom. It should say share screen.
It does. What does it show?
Your face.
I've never done this before. I'm clueless. There's all these boxes. What am I supposed to hit?
Down at the bottom, it should say share screen. It's like kind of in the...
It does, and then it says all these... Oh, desktop maybe?
Probably. You probably want to share your desktop, yeah.
I don't know. Is it sharing anything? Guys, I am so computer illiterate.
It's fine. It's Sunday Fun Day. It's when we have fun. If people get bored with us pausing and stuff, they can go back and watch it on YouTube at like 2 times speed. It's fine.
Fast forward. Yeah, I don't know how to get it there. I hit desktop. It's doing nothing.
I'm just very proud that I read the words betokeneth.
Oh, wait. Something popped up. I should have sent to this before.
It's okay.
Okay, so tell me what you think about our medieval guy. I can't say that word. I can never say it right. And where he's standing. Like I like the idea that he's the for the football palace, because he looks like he's a foosball guy standing in a castle, right?
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I don't think I look at these paintings the way other people do. You know, I think people
well, I think for this painting though, remember?
What?
I was thinking they had to be different with this painting because there wasn't much there. So that's why I was thinking they kind of had to do it that way. You know?
What do you mean? Like there's a whole shitload of stuff there.
I mean, like big, like something really big and obvious.
Oh, I think that goes back to what I was saying. Like I don't think I look at these paintings the way people look at painting, the way the general treasure hunting community looks at them, because the general treasure hunting community looks at them. It seems like they're super complex, almost mappy, not really map, but mappy kind of things where everything means something, right? Where like the position of things means something, or like he's in a castle, which goes, I don't look at them that way. Like I've seen the progression of the Chicago image, right? Like I've seen first draft, second draft, final painting, and the general painting doesn't change. What changes is they just add little things to give you kind of clues, right? Like they add the bowman or they add, the fence post or whatever. And I kind of look at it like that. I look at it like most of this painting doesn't matter because it's you got to make art. You have to make a painting. You have to make something that looks good. So the format of the painting doesn't matter. They'll go through and add little things. Like they'll add, if you want to say Nag's head, they'll add a Nag's head on the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it looks like a Nag's head.
It does. It 100% looks like a Nag's head. So like to me, I see a lot of little things in the painting, but I don't see like I see the land by the window. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I was where you were.
I do
exactly
like the idea.
Saying.
I do like the idea of like it's almost like a medieval suit of armor and a medieval castle. And when you think of that, you think of like early England,
Which, because I was thinking that there's a Nag's Head in England. So maybe that could also be a tie into England. Nag's Head, England, Nag's Head, North Carolina. There's a place called Seven Sisters in North Carolina in Nag's Head, which is also in Nag's Head, England. Both Nag's Heads were, I guess, the first touristy area of their kind in their locations. Yeah. There's a lot of similarities between the two Nag's Heads.
But like I look at, I wish I could get people to see the puzzle the way I see it. Because I look at the solved puzzles and I see things like Cleveland, which is probably the most direct in a visual sense, right? But really all it is a centaur sitting on top of a plinth with a forest in the background where they added the terminal tower, and then they added the planter box, and then they added, the triangle and the circle, and they added 2 columns. It's like that it's like John made a nice painting, and then when it was time for the treasure hunt, they just added shit. Like in Boston, they had a witch in front of a window, and John added home plate to her sleeve, and John added Boston in the image, and John added the globe, but the rest of the stuff doesn't matter as much.
Right.
So that's how I look at that's how I look at Roanoke.
Right.
I see things like Nag's Head. I see the symbols on his armor. I see, the bells and the key and the clock, and I see all of these things as clues added to an existing painting. I don't know. I could be wrong. Probably am.
We all are, or we would find it. Yeah, I mean, this whole painting screams Nag's Head. So for the people, not Nag's Head, but Outer Banks. So for the people who don't think it's in North Carolina, that I can't understand that.
Mr. Underhill told me, George, you're underestimating the paintings in Mr. Palancar. He's told me this before. Man, I talked to John. I'm not underestimating shit.
There's a lot of bells and whistles in this painting, but I don't think that they're that important.
No, I mean,
you can't. Every little thing is not something.
Like he's said it before a bunch, and I think people gloss over this, right? Because it doesn't fit with most people's worldview of the puzzle. But he said before that everything was sort of done in stages, and he like emphasized this. I can't wait for this documentary to come out, because he emphasized that on the documentary, where it's like he used the Chicago paintings as an example of how the paintings worked. It was, he would create a design, and then as clues would come, as like they would come up with ideas for clues, they would be added.
Right.
And you can see that kind of progression. That's going to be fun. There's a lot of things that were in his interview, which I don't want to talk a whole lot about him, because I don't want to ruin Christina's interview with him.
Sure, yeah.
But once it comes out, if she doesn't show it, we can. But like there's a lot about like how the book was made and how the puzzles were made, and the especially the progression of the puzzles, which I think will be helpful to people in the long run.
Right.
Or
but on
it
this one in
won't.
particular,
like people might just ignore it.
Like, yeah. You could hear it from the horse's mouth and it still gets ignored.
Well, it happens a lot, so.
Yeah, I know. I see it. So, I mean, with this one though, the background and our medieval guy, see, I can't say that word. Damn it. They were there. You know, everything else was added after, right?
I mean, I kind of think like, yeah, the medieval guy and sort of maybe the idea that it was going to be in a castle, right? Because England castle, whatever. But then the lines on the wall could have been added afterwards to point out clues, or the lines on the floor, or, you know, like the strings with everything hanging from the strings, or, you know, the fair folk, whatever, with the flower. All that stuff could be added later.
Right.
I mean, you look at Chicago, and that's the way it worked.
Right.
In the 3 progressions, you see the almost finished sketch has none of the clues aside from big picture clues, like they all had to do with wind for the Windy City.
Right.
You know?
Which was cool.
Yeah. You're still trying to figure out screen sharing?
I gave up.
Oh.
I just texted you the picture so you could see, because
You texted them to me?
Yeah.
Or you sent them on Facebook?
No, I texted it.
Oh.
He says, "Oh." I was like, "You can look at it later."
Oh, that's a cool building. I would show it, but I don't want to show your. Yeah.
It's a circle and a square, right? I mean, and that was. Do you see how empty it is there? There's like nothing there. Like,
there's nothing
that's
there.
Obvious circle and square.
It's riveting. Live streaming, by the way, is talking about something no one else can see. I would show you guys, but I don't want to like give up her number.
You can't
Let
block
me see
it?
if I can't save it or something.
Like, send it to your computer. Can't you airdrop or something?
I don't use Macs. I'm not rich.
I don't know what they do. Yeah, I don't know how to save it. I tried everything. I clicked every button.
That one.
See the circle on the left and square on the right. I'll post it in the group later, but
Yeah, it's really cool.
I mean, that was like, because, you know, that's, I don't know. I found that after the fact, and it just concreted my route, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that whole...
But we're left at a spot like we were doing before. If we're ignoring everything we think we know, and we're just going by your ideas, we're still left without a spot to dig.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in the sound side, south of Jockey's Ridge, but you know, that too is gone, just like the gate. The thing that's frustrating is, why would he give us clues if it was gone? And somebody said because it's gone, but that doesn't make sense to me.
No.
You know, and then the fact that he came back and said Dare County and not Roanoke Island, that had me tripping out too. On the second clue,
that could be my fault.
That could be your fault. What'd you do?
The same as like Naples or whatever. It could be my fault. I don't know. It could be. I can't say why, but it could just be my fault.
All right.
That's why I just like let everybody go with it. It's probably my fault. I don't want to own up to that one.
Blame it on you. Anybody's got an issue, it's George's fault.
Well, I mean, like, I don't think it would have helped if they had said Roanoke or Manio or whatever.
I mean, if they said Roanoke Island, then you would know to stay in Roanoke Island and not worry about the other towns.
Well, I mean, like
County.
John literally said people have had the right locations for a long time, and people don't give a shit. People are just like, yeah, but he's either tricky or he means generally like locations like states. Like what people would ignore it. People believe what they want to believe, and that's fine. Like that's their prerogative. If you want to dig in Peoria and not find anything, feel free. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so where were we? Circle and square.
Yes.
Okay.
The
So
galleon.
right. So in that, back in the early 80s, with nothing being there was a road that went just south of Jockey's Ridge. I don't know what it was called back then because I can't find a map, but it runs from Route 12 all the way to the beach
Wait,
on the sound side.
Didn't James Watson gave us maps? Oh, it's Cape Hatteras and Fort Raleigh. Let me look at these real quick.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any for that area.
Okay, that's not helpful enough.
And I see a lot of maps that are like touristy
That also
maps
is not helpful enough.
that are hand drawn, but they're not detailed street maps. I think that would be super helpful.
Why, like?
I look on eBay for them. I look everywhere, and I can't.
Do you just look for a world like an atlas?
Anything that's gonna have like local street names.
eBay, 1982 Road Atlas. I should learn how to spell atlas. It's a very easy word. Oh, look, I found one. It's $12.
Does it have real streets in it though?
Road atlases will, yeah. They should. California Road Atlas. Let's look for a North Carolina Road Atlas. Like, because if you're looking for street names and stuff, this is all they had in the 80s and 90s. So that'd be exactly where I'd go. I see a lot of road atlases, but 1992. 1992. North Carolina, they didn't need roads. They didn't need atlases back then.
I mean, there was really nothing there, so why would you need a map? And like I said, they didn't do addresses. They do mile markers. Well, actually, the mile markers started later. But they didn't even do street names back then. They would just say, over by Engagement Hill or the Seven Sisters, or like they just named areas. They didn't.
Hang on. Let me pull out my book of maps. I almost gave this away for Secret Santa one year.
Oh, no.
I'm glad I didn't.
Why would you do that?
Well, I gave away a lot of cool stuff for Secret Santa. Like the last Secret Santa, I made like a huge box of stuff. I was hoping most of it would get shared, but none of it did.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. It's Houston. Houston.
You know that what is that house? The house that looks like a UFO? I'm drawing a blank. The one in Outer Banks? I don't know what town it's in. It's southern, I think.
Or something.
I don't think it's that far south. But I swear it's in this painting.
I also do not have North Carolina.
Okay, nobody has it.
Sorry.
I know. I'm fine.
But
yeah, it looks like there's a spaceship, and it looks like there's an alien head in there. I caught fire recently. I don't think it's. Yeah. I think it's a done deal.
I got an atlas, but I think I threw it away. It was from like 1987.
Why would you throw it away?
Well, because there was a period of time when I didn't want to do anything with the secret anymore.
Oh, okay. Understandable.
Yeah, I think I threw it away.
All right. I'll just have to use my phone. Stop laughing at me. Yeah.
Oh, I know what I can do to screw with people. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You talk. It's your show now. It'll take me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just going to put a thing over the camera. Bam.
Okay, so the road south of Jockey's Ridge is called West Soundside Road right now. I don't know what it was back then. If you take that all the way to the end, just before it curves, you make a right. And there's a parking area there, and there's a beach, a public beach. And that's kind of the area I was zeroing in on, but it doesn't work. It's sandy. It's way too sandy. But it's not getting covered and uncovered like that castle somebody just shared recently. The castle from the mini golf place. Let me see. Let me bring this up. Too many things open. Okay. Yeah, so the pier with the pavilion that I was talking about is in that general area. But even looking at old satellite photos, you can't see the old pier. And there's none that have a picture of the pier, so there's like a huge gap. So if anybody has like aerial photos from, yeah, well, I think it would have to be like late 70s. I think that's the time that I'm missing.
You having fun?
You okay? Are you
Did
back?
you keep it going?
I was babbling.
Oh, cool. So this will fuck with people. Screw with. I'm not supposed to cuss anymore.
Oh.
This will screw with people. So when I was at John's house, I handed him a big stack of books to sign. There were like 10 of them. And in most of them, he just signed his name. You know?
Uh-huh.
It's just his name. That's what he does. But in this one, he did this.
Okay, can't see it. Back up. Back up. Or tilt it.
Hang on.
It's too bright.
No. Well, shit.
Back up further. Back up.
Hang on.
He's not listening to me, guys.
He did that.
Oh.
Make of that what you will.
Screenshot.
Only in one of 10 books.
Did he know which books he was signing, or was he just randomly just picking up
just
stuff
handing
and
him
signing
books, and he just did this. Like he just signed his name on most of them.
And then one of them just did that.
And then one of them he did that.
Okay.
So make of that what you will. That'll screw with people.
That's probably what he drew on his hand that one time, right?
Maybe.
It was kind of weird like that.
Focus camera. Thank you.
You're fine.
Tired.
Okay, so you have no maps of North Carolina.
I have 2 maps in color.
I don't.
Will John sign books and then meet up next year? Probably. I don't see why not.
I don't think anybody has ever not
away?
signed them.
Those are mine. Yeah, there hasn't been a thing that he's done that I know of where he hadn't like put some time in at the end to just sign shit.
So do you have more info on that get together, like on next year's get together, like a time frame?
No, it's a different thing that we're sort of tagging along to that's got to be scheduled.
Gotcha. Because people were talking about doing stuff.
Yeah. Well, you guys were doing like a 2025 cruise or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about doing
what we were talking about.
And then I was talking about doing the thing in Grand Rapids in 2024. But if I'm going to have to do this, that's all I'm doing.
Right.
Because this is going to be way more planning and way more money than. Because, like, I'm going to have to do so much shit for this. Because, like, if I'm going to put 100 or 150 or whatever searchers in the same room with John, I'm going to have to, like, hire security and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Not that anybody would do anything,
You
but
never
just because
know.
that would make him comfortable.
And there are crazy people.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some examples of that when I was at his house.
Oh,
He
yeah?
was like showing me shit that gets sent to him. I was like, whoa.
Nice.
Okay. Like, I thought it was bad for me.
Let's see.
How about a benefit art gallery with the secret paintings? I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I think, like, in my own opinion, this is just my opinion. He did not say this, but I think for the longest time, he didn't care about the secret. And then, once Expedition Unknown happened, he got bombarded with people and it sort of soured him on it. And then I think slightly after that, we started setting restrictions and cleaning some messes to where he didn't have to see so much of the negative side of the secret community. You got to see a lot more of the positive side, and he's starting to warm up to stuff now.
Okay.
To just answer that person's question. So like a benefit art, like a gallery showing that benefits St. Jude or something, I don't think would be out of the realm of possibility, but John moves super slow. So I don't know when that would be.
Does he ever watch your shows?
Yeah. I found that out in a sort of backhanded
I was
way.
you're sitting here talking about him.
Yeah. I found out because like, I don't know. I found out during the interview that he was doing, and I was like, oh shit, John watches our shows, because he kept slyly saying things that I say in the interviews.
Nice.
Like he talked a lot about like home plate in Boston, and he was using a lot of quotes that I did, because I did that one thing where like I did a video about how hard it is to dig up home plate, and he kept using a lot of like quotes from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Sunday Funday that we did, like not the last, but the prior to the last one, he was doing a lot of quotes from that. I was like, oh God, you watch us.
And here you are talking about him.
It's fine. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. He seems like
I'll just throw that out. Default. John, very nice guy. Very polite. Very good person.
Great guy.
Best father ever. He told me, so he, like, it's not secret related at all. He was telling a story about this dude named Harlan Ellison, right? And most people don't know who Harlan Ellison is, but he was a sci-fi writer, like a sci-fi author, and he's my favorite author of all time. He's very like depressing and sarcastic, and like he wrote this. His most famous short story is called "I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream," and it's like
Never heard of it.
It's like 10 or 15 pages, and it's probably the most depressing and like hopeless story you will ever read in your entire life. But he's my favorite. And I didn't know until this weekend that like John was really good friends with Harlan Ellison.
Oh.
So he was sitting around telling me Harlan Ellison stories for like ever. And I got a new favorite quote from Harlan Ellison, and that's "fuck you, Palancar." Like it was in a joking way. Harlan Ellison told Palancar that. I was like, that's my new favorite Harlan Ellison quote.
That's cool.
It was just really interesting to know that one of my favorite artists was friends with like my favorite author.
Yeah. Is your favorite author still around?
Nah, he died.
I was going to say.
Not too long ago. I thought he was friends with John Perard because John Perard made a post about him. And I was like, John Perard, tell me stories about Harlan Ellison. And he was like, well, he just came to a party once at my house, and that was it. I never saw him after that. I was like, God damn it. Tell me about the party.
Tell me everything.
Yeah. What did he say?
What was he wearing?
Trying to pick up?
What did he smell like?
Anyway. So what now?
I don't know.
Like, do you ever think Roanoke will be found?
I don't think so.
I mean, it's only an hour and a half from your house. You can just go down there and dig it up real quick.
Tell me where to dig.
But that's your job.
We went and looked in this area. We did. We did. I mean, it was promising, but yeah, there's just all of Outer Banks is sand. Like, you know?
I mean, it's like, it's the most depressing one to talk about, the most depressing city to talk about, because the most likely place that everybody can agree on is washed out to sea, you know? So what are you going to do? You know? You can go over it a million times and it's still going to be washed out to sea.
It is depressing. Thanks for bringing me down.
Yeah. Good.
Fabulous. Yeah, I don't know, but like I keep going back to Gift Giver. If they never came along, I would have just lived in my happy little life, in my happy little bubble.
I mean, I have no reason, like I can't think of a reason why that would have been picked to talk about if it was just washed out to sea.
Yeah.
You know?
It haunts me.
My son likes to dig deep holes in sand. If it's washed out to sea, is there a chance it'll wash up on a shore somewhere? Maybe. Could you imagine that? Like some dude in like Papua New Guinea or wherever. It's like,
picking that up.
I found
What
a
is
cast.
this?
I don't even know if Papua New Guinea is on the sea. Is it on the coast?
I have no idea.
I was educated in Florida. That'd be cool, though. You just go out to the Outer Banks and you're swimming around and all of a sudden this plexiglass box floats up next to you.
Smacking the head. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to think there's hope that it can be found, and that's why they gave the hint, but I don't know.
It would be nice.
It would be nice if any of them were found.
So
when do you think is going to be found?
Oh. I think, I like, people ask me this a lot. I still think San Francisco is really close to being found. Yeah, I still think San Francisco is really close to being found. So if I had to put money on one that's next, I'd think it's that one.
That one. I like to ask people the same questions over and over because things change over time.
Yeah. No, it was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So what were you going to say? I just cut you off before.
So you're coming to St. Augustine. You're going to dig a hole? You kind of almost have to, right? I'm not going to dig a hole. Well, I mean, dig a hole.
Okay.
Where do you want to dig?
I don't know.
Probably can't dig in the Fountain of Youth.
No. I'm just going to go and watch Scott dig holes.
Okay.
I'm going to be his, let me see.
Is this going to be in a place that's going to get us in a lot of trouble?
It depends. I don't know that area. I don't know what's going to get us in trouble.
I don't know.
What's going to get us in trouble?
I don't know where he's wanting to dig, so.
I don't know of his dig spots. Scott, are you on? Are you here?
Probably not.
Let's see.
Dig a hole and bury your theories. That should be, oh my God, that should be the logo for The Secret.
Right?
Should be the subtitle.
Who said that? I like that.
Houston Dave. Dig a hole and bury your theories. Should get that tattooed on me.
Okay, let's see. So he said he wants to visit the Fountain of Youth, San Marcos, and the Bridge of Lions, and the lighthouse. And he said that most of the things he wants to see correlate with his theory.
Okay. Well, he's going to have... Yeah, trademark. Dave trademarked it. You're going to have a difficult time with the Bridge of Lions because it's under construction. San Marcos. I don't know what on... San Marcos is a road. I don't know what on San Marcos he wants to visit. Fountain of Youth should be easy enough. Lighthouse is easy.
Has Rachel done
any of those?
Has Rachel done the lighthouse, the ghost tour at the lighthouse?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I figured she would have
Ripley's
done it.
Ripley's and the City both have. There's a lot of ghost tours. Probably the best are Ripley's and the Cities, but I don't think you're going to be able to do those because they'll be doing Nights of Lights tours, which are a shitload of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not a big ghost.
I'm just
guy,
gonna
so
follow Scott around. I'm gonna follow Scott around and record everything.
So documenting in case he finds something.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be my job. I might
Can
hold
the
the
title
shovel.
can like at the end? Can you edit it together into a small film and title it "Dig a Hole and Bury Your Theories"?
Sure.
You're gonna have to pay Dave some money though. He trademarked it.
All right. All right. I'll totally give him credit.
All right. I mean, it should be fun.
Yeah.
I'll follow Scott around for a little while and be like, that wasn't there.
Don't you hate that? No, before I say stuff, I try to find out if something was there.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people jumping in saying, well, this is here and that's there. And it's like, well, it wasn't back then, though.
Yeah. And then, like, I've noticed that a lot of people say that too, and they don't actually know. You know? They're just like, that wasn't there in 1982 because it doesn't look like it was there. Like, yeah. People talk out of their ass a lot in this community.
I don't know why. It doesn't help anything.
It helps them. It
What does it
helps
help
like
them do?
elevate. I don't know.
Because then when people find out they're not telling the truth, it's not going to make them look very good.
Yeah, but it only doesn't make them look good to the one person that bothered to check. The rest of the community thinks, oh, they know what they're talking about. So, who knows? People are weird, but nice. Rachel told me I had to remind everybody that Secret Santa was matched up. So if you signed up for that, you should have a match. I don't know who I got.
You didn't look yet?
Nah.
Well, look now so we can see your face.
All right. Should I also look and see who got me so you can see my face?
Can you see who has you?
Yeah.
Can I see who has me, or is that just a you thing?
No, it's just a me thing.
That's not fair.
Oh, that's sweet. I like who I got. What would y'all want for Secret Santa? What would you want for Secret Santa? I want the Papua New Guinea cask. Let's see. Let's see who got me.
That's not fair.
I know. It sucks for you guys.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they were talking about that in the group. They were wondering if if you got somebody, if they had
I like
you.
Who got me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not like that. Like you don't give to the person that gives to you.
Right. That's what I thought.
But
there was a lot of questions about that.
Matches.
Well, good.
Who got Rachel? They're gonna have a difficult time.
Right? No, they're not. They just have to buy her some B-list horror movies.
Yeah. Let's see. Who did you get?
You looking at mine?
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's
I'm
see
just
who
glad
got
that I
you.
know this person. I was afraid that I wouldn't know this person.
Oh, you're gonna have you'll enjoy your gift too.
That's so not fair.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. It's not like a palancar or anything, but you'll enjoy it. You know what really sucked? Like 3 days before we did matches, somebody went in and created a bunch of fake accounts for Elster. Yeah. Like they created an account for me and for Rachel, and somebody created another like account for John Palancar, and like they did all kinds of weird. I had to go in and delete a bunch of people. Where I was like, oh, okay, this is obviously fake.
Huh.
People will do anything to be shitty.
I was gonna say, what would they gain from that?
Just ruin shit
or
for
is that
everybody
somebody
else.
you pissed off?
I don't know. I mean, people do stuff like that just to ruin it for everybody else. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, sweet. What is it? Thanks.
But it was cool. We cleaned all that up. Maybe they were trying to get presents. No, that's not the case, because all of the addresses were like 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and shit. They were all
Okay, no.
yeah.
That somebody was just messing around then.
Yeah, like they put that for my address.
I'm sorry, but that's funny.
Like, so
that's great.
Anyway, I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. Is there anything you have any questions or concerns or comments?
I don't think so.
Close at hand. Pennsylvania Avenue is close at hand? Not for me. I don't think my political views align with the public very well. Nobody's going to vote for me.
Boy, when you post political stuff, that thing blows up. I think George is just like, let me mess with people today and throw something political out there.
Sometimes.
And I'm like, oh no. Rob's always the first one to jump on it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
I was talking to somebody the other day and they were talking about like how we needed to crush the woke. Like it was somebody that respected me a lot. Mm-hmm. And I guess whenever you talk to somebody and you don't know their political views, you always assume that they're the exact same as yours. Mm-hmm. And they were talking to me about how like we need to crush the woke ideology. And I'm like, dude, I am the woke ideology.
Whoops. Yeah, I don't do politics with people.
Oh, come on, Natalie. Who'd you vote for? Oh, I dropped my earpiece. Tell us all about your politics.
Yeah, no.
How do you feel about the police? Come on, get us demonetized on YouTube.
I'll have hate mail. People will find me.
Oh, God. That's so fun. We should just have a Sunday Funday political debate day. And we'll just invite Rob on.
Oh, God.
It'll be me and Rob.
That would be very entertaining.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
And then, yeah, it would be fun.
It would be.
I don't know if he would enjoy it, but it would be fun.
I don't know. I can't tell when he posts sometimes, but he sounds like angry posting.
Yeah.
I don't know how that conversation would go.
He does a lot of angry posting.
I didn't see him angry once on the cruise.
No. Very nice.
Happy-go-lucky in his Bermuda shirt, or Bahamas, wrong country.
You know what was weird when we got done with the cruise? We got in the car and we actually started talking about politics. It was the first time we talked politics, and it was very calm. Like it was a very calm conversation. I can't remember what I think we were talking about gun control or something, and I was like, I like guns.
Well, that's a weird post-cruise conversation.
It was strange, but it was fun.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
It was neat. I you know how we switch tables every night, or we tried to switch where we sat and who we sat with. And I sat with him on the last night. And I didn't realize I was going to eat dinner with him and the cask. It was in the window sitting there with us while we ate dinner. I was like, well, this is different.
He carries that thing everywhere.
He had it all lined up nice and pretty. The cask, the book, the gem, everything.
He's very proud.
Yeah.
They posted a picture, like he got together, Christina interviewed him, Tim, and Danny, and he posted a picture of it. And it was the first time I'd ever seen all three of those together. It's like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw that.
She took my secret book and they all signed it.
I told him that he should get his book signed by all of them. And he's like, we know each other. We don't need it signed. But I was like, it's not for you. It's for the people who look at the book that you show it to. I would like to see the signatures, you know? And then I told him, you're not going to be around forever. We need their signatures in that book.
So far for my secret book, I've got everybody that touched the book except for Byron and Overton, and everybody who touched a cask except for Eric Gassarowski.
Wow.
I have to go get those people to sign my book.
I'm
not going to be able to get Byron.
Yeah.
That's going to be difficult.
I mean, you could like go to his grave, and channel him.
Yeah.
But maybe one of his family members. Do you have any other family members?
No, I've always left them alone.
Yeah. I know John had them in his book.
John? Which John?
Yeah, the picture. Palancar. John Jude.
He has the family.
The two daughters.
Signed John Palancar's book?
Yeah.
John Palancar has a book?
I mean, Rob's. Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, John's got one, but he doesn't know where it is.
I'm looking at one thing and saying another.
I often wonder if John doesn't know where his book is, or if he's just telling me that because his is so different. Because he keeps telling me that the fair folk are in the front of his book.
Maybe he had some kind of like prototype or whatever.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe.
Unless he just doesn't know. Unless it's been so long since he's seen it.
That could be it too.
And he just thinks that it was there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
It'd be interesting.
It would be. I really want to see a copy of his book. Just like, out of curiosity, like, did it used to be that way, or?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Well, do we want to end, because I have to take the family to get something for dinner, I guess.
Yeah, go feed your family.
Okay. It's nice to see that you have your Christmas tree up. I'm going to show Rachel that later, so she lets me put my Christmas tree up this week.
See?
Or Christmas trees.
I only put it up because we did the grand illumination in the city last night, where they turn on all the lights in the city on top of the buildings, and it's all Christmassy. So yeah. I wanted to join in.
So now the mall can check out your Christmas tree?
Yeah. Everybody at the
mall. we have 2 Christmas trees in our house, and I want to put them both up, but Rachel won't let me.
Oh, do it.
Yeah.
Do it when she's not home.
She's never not home.
Yeah.
That's the shitty thing about her working from home.
When she's in the shower, maybe.
Just drag them both down from the attic.
Send her for groceries or something.
Yeah. The Vale family wants to put up their tree, but they have too much clutter at the moment.
I did too. I just shoved it all in the corner.
It's going to be my first Christmas with Ryder, and I'm like worried he's going to try to eat the tree or like sleep in the tree or something. Oh. But oh well, I'll just put it back up if he does.
Put a doggy fence around it.
Yeah.
Or something.
So I don't. Right. So the next stream is the Thanksgiving thing and the anniversary hunt.
Yep. It's just for the anniversary people, huh?
Yeah, there's nothing really secret related. I think Cole's doing a podcast episode about the tribute soon, though. That's gonna be fun. I think that cool. Like that drawing from the tribute hunt really pushed him to do something.
Oh yeah.
He was like, the episode wrote itself. Like, good.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, then I will stop the stream. I will do that now.